And guess who are having studio? The Honorable Member of Parliament for the good people of Owutu Senya East. She took on a big giant and flawed hair, won the elections decisively. Before that, she had her own issues with the police arrest and detained, and now she's here in flesh and blood. The Honorable Dr. Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno is here. Good morning, how are you doing?
I'm great. Good morning to you.
Good to have you in studio.
Thank you.
First, tell me, how does it feel to be an MP of a big area like Owutu Senya East?
It's a privilege to serve, so it feels great, and I'm honored to serve the great people of Kaswa.
How did you do it?
It was hard work, perseverance, and being focused.
I see. And did it come easy?
Not at all. I must say that my journey has been quite difficult. This is not my first time contest, or it was not my first time contesting.
Right.
I did so in the last elections. That was the 2020 elections as well. So my journey began way back in 2017, where you have to start the internal politics, the primaries and all that, then all the way to the 2020 elections. I must say that Kaswa is one of the biggest constituencies that we have. I think the fourth largest in the country, with a population of over 1 million people. And then a huge amount of delegates as well, number of delegates. So it is not easy going to everybody to talk to them, to explain things to them, to sell your ideologies, and then let them understand what you want to do. It's been a good journey, I must say. I remember in somewhere in the 2019 where I was receiving a whole lot of threat messages. Yes, from anonymous, but we know the people, so action will be taken soon. Yeah, so you wake up.
Those who were threatening you.
Yes.
What were they threatening you about?
So you wake up in the morning, then you have a text message which says, you just left your house. You came out with this car, this color, with a number plate. Sometimes they send you the picture of their car. They even tell you what you were wearing, and they tell you, make sure you don't come back home. We are waiting for you. Then the next time is, if you don't step down from the contest, blah, 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 blah. There were a whole lot. I remember one that really struck me was a Ramadan.
Okay.
And there's this Muslim that lives opposite my house.
Right.
So he slaughtered a fat cow. Then I stepped out, and the message was like, you see how that cow was slaughtered in front of your house? That's the same way we are going to slaughter you.
Really?
Yes. And I was like, oh, really? And all was just, the ending of the message is, step down, don't contest. But I was not bothered. I made quite a couple of complaints to the police. They did their investigations, and as at that time, party in power. So some of the police were transferred from Kaswa because of the number of complaints they were handling from my side, and others too were dramatically made to shut up or to just discontinue the case. Fast forward in 2020 on the election, we know that elections are supposed to be a very fair and peaceful process. And at 9 a.m., after voting at my center, which is the popular Step to Christ, where a shooting incident happened in July 2020, where the former member of parliament said she shot.
Right.
I finished voting with my family just to drop my family off at home and then continue with the process of monitoring.
Right.
Then some gunmen attacked me. Yeah, so actually I think they were told that they were at, I was at Step to Christ voting. Okay. So they rushed straight to Step to Christ. They missed my car because on election day, I don't use my car.
Right.
Yeah, so I was in a convoy of 6 and they passed by the car. So when they went to Step to Christ, I had dropped my family off. I was doing my going rounds for the monitoring, and the car just crossed us again. It was like a movie. They just stopped in front of us. They came out, started firing directly into the cars. So I was with some media. Normally on election day, I get a media to follow me around to capture events of the day. So I was with some media personnel who managed to flee from the site. I think 3 people got injured. One's arm, he had to get a metal in the arm because the bone.
Whoa.
Yes. So it hasn't been an easy journey in Kaswa. We've made complaints of all these at the police station, and no one was arrested. The perpetrators
police took no action.
Not at all. The perpetrators of the crime are still walking free.
And you know them, you can identify them.
I know them so well because their pictures were out. I put their pictures out. It was all over on social media. Even I think our Honorable Minister for Foreign Affairs, Honorable Ablakwa, during the vetting of the former MP, when she said fish farming was putting fishes in a reservoir, these issues came up. The pictures were put on the media space for everybody to know. She denied vehemently. But then the shocking thing is the people still walk on the street freely. So in 2024, some few months to the elections, I picked intel that these boys were being recruited back into the constituency. I made another official complaint. Nothing was done. Then 3 days to the elections, I got the news they were in town. I knew their location. I knew their room numbers, their dealings and everything. I made complaints. I even organized a press conference.
Right.
And that's also nothing was done. Lo and behold, on the election day, they came after me once again.
Wow.
2024, 7th December, about almost 7:15 p.m., they came after me once again. So election violence in Kaswa or in the country has been something that needs to be checked. But I am sure and I believe that with the new government, all these things would be the thing of the past.
I witnessed the debate that we held, in your constituency, the constituency manifesto. You on one side, I think you were on the right.
Yes.
How Kumsin was on the left. He was literally berating you and saying, you're a small girl. You don't... Her daughter is as old as you, and you... Or how did you feel at that particular point when you were being told in your face that you're a small girl, go and urinate and sleep?
I was honored that she called me a small girl because my attributes and the things I do and the level of knowledge that I have doesn't depict that of a child. So if she sees me as a child, then I saw it as a privilege. And then I also knew she didn't really know what she was up to, because even if I were 5 years in 2020,
right,
in 2024 I will still not be 5 years. There will be 4 more years added to the 5, which would make 9.
Right.
So if she saw me, and at that point, while we were even discussing, developmental issues,
right,
what we can do to help the constituency, to grow the constituency, to help the youth in the constituency get jobs. Because looking at the demographics in the constituency, a lot of people there are the women and the youth.
Right.
And most of the women are traders, and most of the youth are unemployed. And trust me, the little money that they gather, they get a second-hand motorbike,
right,
and do Okada. So because I use Okada a lot, I normally interact with them and I know what they go through. At the end of the day, you ask them and they have master's degree, but there is no job. So the level of unemployment in Kaswa is very high. The little that have jobs in viable jobs also have the jobs in Accra. And at the end of the day, look at our salary structure. Even if you are being paid 1,000 Ghana from Kaswa to Accra every day, fuel prices, obviously the money will be insufficient for you to depend on, or even for your dependents to also feed on. So we were discussing these things that could help and transform Ewutu Senya East constituency. So I was like, I thought we were here to debate on matured minds. Let's say something that would encourage the people. Then she just flared up, and as a want of a better word, I think that people have challenges, and I think the English language is her major challenge.
Anyway.
Kaswa has said, yeah, youth, yeah, Bruno, our youth are suffering. When you look at the demographics of Kaswa, yeah, Bruno, 68%. Obia enye ejuma. Kakrana ewa ejuma eyano. Omo befoka akwa akra at the end of the month. The salary no a yes sign, no the be ashe fear and enkola. This is what we want. Enya obia obetina baby. Akwa kase Kaswa youth eye lazy dabi. And no NDC for your tomorrow. Kaswa for your tomorrow because a bloom now and what has said no, they are not lazy. The youth of Kaswa are not lazy. They are energized to work when there is a provision of a job employment for them. Yawa has said no, Obia Emma Obi Ejuma, Obia NC Ejuma Emma Obia say Unkoye. It will be to me and na baby and Kase and Beblum no more Kaswan, Omo lazy. Okay. This is why I was saying Kaya who bomu. Na ya adin crew, na ya adin bako, na ya supporting ya papa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Okay. 24-hour economy. Okay. Yeah, supporting ya papa. All right. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. 24-hour economy. Na say business neba. Okay. Na policy neba. Obia na ejumani biaye because ya be running shifts 8 hours each.
This was you, as fiery as ever, during the campaign.
Exactly.
Do you still stand by the things you said then?
Sure, why not? They are my policies. They are things that I believe in, and I am sure that those things that I believe in would come to reality. So I don't speak on mere assumptions. I speak on assurance. And we all know the difference between assumptions, promises, and assurance. Right. Assumptions are you not being too sure of what you are saying. Promises can be filled at any time. But when it comes to assurance, you know that you can deliver, or you are already halfway through the journey. You are assuring someone that you are going to provide jobs because you know the background checks you have done, because you know that the policies that you have put in place are better, because you know that even in your field of negotiation with whoever is bringing the job, you have started something. So that is an assurance, and it is an assurance I gave to the good people of Ewutu Senya East constituency that we are going to create jobs for all of them so that they can get viable jobs to do in the constituency. Aside that, the 24-hour economy policy would also come to play, where people would also get jobs to do. When the 24-hour economy policy begins, people would be happy. The police would more be equipped to do a lot of things in the constituency. When you are selling your watch in the evening because you know that that company is running the last 8 hours, you know you are secured. Robbers will not attack you because you know that the police visibility is very strong. Right. You know that Momo vendor is also there. So when you run out of cash, you can easily go there to take money because the police visibility is strong. You know that at the end of the day, the tariffs that you'll be paying at that time, that off-peak hour would help you save some money, and you can use that same money to either produce more or employ more people. So it is an assurance to the good people of Ghana and the good people of Kaswa that we are going to provide viable jobs into the constituency and also implement the 24-hour economy policy.
But since coming into government, I'm sure that you have seen that there's some disparity between staying in opposition, coming into government, facing the reality on the job. And again, the people will be expectant of, these promises being fulfilled. But how soon? That's the question.
I don't want to say soon as soon because I don't want to sound political. I don't want to sound political now, but I know very well that the 24-hour economy has already begun in certain sectors already there. the passport office, for instance, have also started a 24-hour economy. I had a meeting with Zoom Lion. They have also initiated a 24-hour economy. So a lot of business entities and companies and other people are already on board the 24-hour economy. But, because we have been in the opposition for quite some time, 8 years, the expectations of the people are very, very high. And it is normal that people's expectance level would be higher. For instance, in my constituency, NDC has never won the seats. So this is the first time NDC is winning the seats. So I would say that we have been in opposition for 12 good years. So the expectations are more higher than the ordinary man on the streets who doesn't live in Kaswa. The people in Kaswa believe that there are going to be jobs. The people in Kaswa believe that the water crisis is going to end. The people in Kaswa believe that the sanitation crisis is going to come to an end. The people in Kaswa believe that the security in Kaswa is going to be better than the last 12 years. So there are a lot of things that the people of Kaswa expect. It's not going to be a one-day thing. It has taken 12 good years in Kaswa to damage all these things or to bring all these vices. It cannot take 3 months to fix them, but I must assure them that we are in the process of fixing them. Within the first 3 months, let us compare our security crisis or our security situation to the previous, even just last year. It's been relatively calm. There are no Langards activities in Kaswa.
Really?
There are no robbery. No, it's been calm. The police can attest to the fact, and I salute the regional commanders and all our district and divisional commanders. They are doing a fantastic
Did
job.
you preach to the thieves to stop the land guards? Did you preach them? When did they suddenly vanish to?
It is leadership. When the leadership is good, calculated, selected, and wants to get these things right, the followers also go in line with the leadership. So I believe that you have a very calm leader who wants us to change Kaswa together. I don't do things on my own. I do things in consultation with the opinion leaders, with the chiefs, the assembly members, the stakeholders, which has to do with all the security services in the constituency. So together, when we take decisions, together we sit, we decide on what to do, we decide on the approaches, and even how to even speak to the people. It makes the magic. So the place is calm. Langards activities are off. People are ready to come and invest in Kaswa. I remember previously, sometimes it is even difficult for you to even step out of your home to even go and buy food by the roadside because you don't even know who is going to snatch your phone, who is going to attack you, or whose fight would you mistakenly be a victim of. But now, even at 2 a.m., you can walk down the streets freely to go and purchase what you want. I walk on the streets. When I'm in Kaswa, I hardly use my car. I am always on the streets. I go around myself. I go and buy my special wachi by the roadside. I buy my cocoa by the roadside because I know that the security in Kaswa has changed.
You were put in cells. What happened?
Okay, so in July, during the limited registration, one of my guys was attacked. That's one of our branch executives who happens to be Osman. He was attacked by some men, happened to be thugs from the NPP.
You know them?
Oh, we know them because we live in the constituency with them, and they are most of them are also their branch executives. So they bounced on him, hit him on the head with a machete and some sticks and all that. So he was rushed to the hospital. Unfortunately for Osman, when I got to the hospital, he had what's it called? The handcuffs.
Right.
Yes, tied to his bed in that state. So I asked what really happened, and I hear there's been some alleged stabbing, and he was the one. I was like, so a man in that state, how could he have stabbed someone? So he was arrested, And that day, there was a lot of tension at the registration center.
Right.
So as an opinion leader, I spoke to the regional commanders and the police commanders, and we said because the tension between both parties must be de-escalated. So I went there to de-escalate the tension. Then, and as a political figure, I move around with my gun, which is registered. So I got there, and upon getting there, having a discussion, I think the policemen were about close to 20, and I was there. They called all the agents of the other parties out to the place where we were having the meeting. We were standing outside. We were not even closer to the registration center. Then these same thugs just attacked my car, bounced into my car, and pulled out my gun. It's a pump action. So one of the policemen,
personal gun,
my personal gun,
they
in my car,
and took it out of
from my car. So they lifted the gun, sent it to the police, and that was it. So I was invited to the police to give out my statements. I wrote my statements from 9 a.m.
Right.
And 9 a.m. became the next 2 days.
How did you feel when you were thrown in there behind bars? How did you feel?
Okay, so actually, before the feeling, I knew something was going to happen because it was not normal for me to report at the police station at 9 a.m. And 12 o'clock I was still there.
Right.
2 o'clock I was still there.
So you knew that something was amiss?
Yes. So by then, I had done a template message already.
Okay.
Ready to blast.
Okay.
To the media.
Right.
So I had said, stand by. I think there's something fishy going to happen. So I know I'm also a media person, so I know how to use the tool of communication. So by 5 o'clock, then I said, Charlie, I am sure I am sleeping here. This is happening live. Then I heard whispers, call cantonments. So I knew I was going to the cantonments police station.
Right.
So when I was taken there, I was not surprised, but what I was surprised was the reason why I was being kept.
What was the reason?
That I own a pump action, and that's the name on the is not even the registration, the renewal license for that year.
Right.
Had a spelling mistake.
That was all. And
the mistake was not even my name is Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno.
Right.
So my Koyo is spelled Koryoo.
Right.
So the police person who issued, and normally when they are issuing the license, they take your Ghana card.
Right.
The name on my Ghana card is Yooo, Koyo, Koryo.
Right.
So the one who issued wrote Koryo. So omitted one.
But that's not your fault. You did not write the license.
Not at all.
So why were you being blamed for a systemic failure?
It was obvious it was for political reason. It was so obvious.
Did that break you?
Not at all. It's rather strengthened me. I felt that if I had nothing in me, that thing would not have happened. Because honestly, by then, my opponent was not even in the country. And she felt I was getting a greater advantage of the registration exercise while she was away. So she just had to manipulate things so that I get out of the system, so that it would be like she's not around and Nai is also not around. So I was not perturbed by what I was going through. I knew it was normal. A lot of people go in there and become great people. So for me, it has been a great experience, and I think it was a stepping stone to my victory.
How comes in is a tower in Kaswa? People talk about her, people say she's good, she's benevolent, her munificence cannot be matched, and yet you took her down. People say that, look, you must have done something extra to have achieved that feat, because there was no way how Akomsi was going to lose in that constituency. Did you think that you were going to win?
I was certain I was going to win. I knew I won the 2020 elections and it was rigged.
I don't understand.
Yes. So I knew I was going to win. The mistakes I did in 2020, I was so prepared to correct the wrongs in 2024.
But if you had evidence that you had won the elections, you'd have gone to court in 2020 to
yes,
challenge
we had evidence.
Results.
We had all the evidence. We had the pink sheets and everything. I even still have them on my phone.
Right.
But you know how things were manipulated then.
I don't know.
So you know how things were manipulated in the then government.
I don't know.
Johnny.
Yes.
You know how things were manipulated in the then government.
I don't know.
So we were not able to do so. As at the time that we had gathered everything, I think it was the 3-to-1 day rule had elapsed.
Right.
Yes.
Women in politics. You're one of the few in our politics now in Parliament. We're expecting that we'll get a lot more women in Parliament than we had in the previous administration, but it does look like there's one more added on, even though we lost some of them. What do you think should be the place of women in Parliament and in politics, particularly?
I believe that when you look at the statistics now, the number of women we have in Parliament is not even up to 14, or is it 14.5%, which is woefully inadequate. Even if we are looking for 30%, we are not even half of what we are looking for. And women's role and participation in legislation, it's very key, because there are a lot of things that women, we speak better, women, we are able to explain things better, and women, we understand each other better. So it happens that sometimes the people or the electorates or your constituents would love to discuss issues with you because they know that you'll be able to understand better, or they know that you'll be able to explain it better to the other person, or you are more compassionate towards people. And if the numbers are this low, it is quite worrying. I think that it is high time the political parties look into this and give women who want to participate in our local politics some guidance, some counseling, some sort of space, so that they can be able to also operate freely without being bullied by other people, especially the men. Because I remember when I contested the first time in 2020, the primaries, there were 7 guys and 7 strong men. And
you were the only woman among them.
Exactly. But you see, one major mistake that a lot of women also do is they think that, okay, so I am a woman, I should be given that privilege. The female factor. I know that EC has reduced the prices of the filing fee and all that, but then that is not enough. When women think that, let us use the female factor, I am a woman, I think these people should understand that I am a woman. So under normal circumstances, they shouldn't push me to do this. They should leave me, let me relax and do it at my own will. Or they think that I should be given a particular opportunity because I am a woman. It will not work for you. If that is your motive of coming into politics, please find another job to do. Because if I had sat down and said that I am a woman, I am a young girl, because I used to there is a lot of years I can develop Kaswa for a longer time. For 20 years, Kaswa will be different.
That's how long you want to be a member of Parliament for people.
It's an example. For 20 years,
but
Kaswa,
is that your wish?
Kaswa will change within the first year. Kaswa is going to change.
Every parliamentary term is 4 years.
So within the first year,
you are hoping for 5 terms.
Within the first year, Kaswa would change. Within the next 20 years, Kaswa would see major development.
And you will be MP.
Within the next 20 years, Kaswa would see major
with
development.
you as MP.
Where there will be factories.
With you as MP.
Where there will be employment.
With you as MP.
Where our water problems
with you
will
as
be solved.
MP.
Where our roads will be
with
fixed.
You as MP.
Where our hospitals.
With you as
where
MP.
we'll be getting a training college.
With you as MP.
A college of education.
With you as MP.
A teaching hospital.
With you as MP.
Where our nurses will not suffer.
With you as MP.
Where our teachers would be in very good bungalows.
With you as MP.
20 years, Kaswa would be a better place for all of us.
So it's official, you want to run for 5 terms in Kaswa?
No, by within 20 years, Kaswa should change.
How are you finding your feet in Parliament?
So it's been exciting. It's been a mixed feeling. It's like going to a new school, especially secondary school. You know, you are coming from JHS and you are going to a boarding house. You don't know how the bed is like. You don't know even what kind of shoes you should wear. Right. You don't know what to say and what not to say. So it's been a mixed feeling, but I think it's been interesting. I have enjoyed my first 3 months in Parliament. It's been challenging. And, you know, when you are on the outside, you think it is just easy. You would go and just sit there and say, yeah, there is more to it. It depends on you. It depends on how serious you take the job, because you go to Parliament, there are committees set up. You go for committee meetings. There's a whole lot. If you want to be relevant, you need to work extremely hard.
I see. And how are you prosecuting that agenda in Parliament on behalf of the people of Owutu Senya East?
I am working extremely hard. They know it. I am working extremely hard.
The demands on you, I mean, Kaswa is multifaceted. All manner of people in Kaswa. Kaswa has different stories, but they have demands of you, not of the MC, of you, the member of Parliament. How are you dealing with all these demands on you on a daily basis?
Okay, so I manage them. You know, in everything, communication comes is a key point. So it depends on how you communicate to the people for them to understand. The demands are very, very high. We are trying. We cannot meet everybody 100%, but at least we are trying to meet them halfway through their journey. So it's one step to take, and we'll get there. So far, it's been good. We are trying to put one or two things that have been placed on my table. We are trying to put them in place. We are trying to see if we can work on the water crisis, which is a major issue from the Wager Dam, which is going to cost about $60 million.
Whoa.
Yes, because it's a major issue. It's not just Kaswa, it's all the way from McCarthy Hill all the way to Winneba. We all depend on the Wager Dam, and then we need a total expansion of the dam. So plus and minus, a rough estimate of about $60 million. So we are calling for private partners to come and join us. Let us do this, because the number of people that would benefit from this project is going to be over 3 million or 4 million people. So we are also working on our sanitation crisis. We also work, you know, we cannot for individual problems, we cannot tackle almost everybody's, but at least if you're able to do part of it, and I might say that within these 3 months I have tried.
The narrative around Kaswa, say we're looking for armed robbers, Kaswa be home. We're looking for car snatchers, Kaswa be home. Landguards, Kaswa be home. So it looks like every bad thing. If you want the rain to stop you from going to work, Kaswa. You want this, Kaswa. Say if you live at Kaswa, go and buy a boat, because when it rains, you have to swim to work. Janet Quason. Now, how do you propose to change the narrative around Kaswa, so that all these landguard, armed robbers, this, that, drug pushers, how do you propose to, first of all, let me ask you, are they true? And then how do you propose to change that narrative? Okay,
so I'm happy this thing came out, because it's been a worrying issue for me and the entire constituents. You know, something would happen at let's say Wager. Then you hear from the news, Kaswa. No, sometimes you direct people to, come to Kaswa. They say, okay. When they get to the West Hill Mall, they say, we are here. They said, where? We are in Kaswa. Where? So we are the mall. I said, the mall is not Kaswa. Something would happen at Bujumbura. They'll say it is Kaswa. But you know, English are manful. They'll say Kaswa. Winneba, Kaswa. So I don't know what is. You know, the people in Kaswa are very accommodating, very lovely. In fact, if you should spend a day in Kaswa, you will just go pack your things and relocate to Kaswa.
Kaswa?
I tell you, Johnny.
What is there in Kaswa? Because the things I hear about Kaswa is serious.
Yes, but the things you hear are things that do not happen in Kaswa.
Armed robbery doesn't happen there.
No,
land guards don't live there.
No, things of the past. Things of the past.
Things of the past. They used to happen, but they don't happen now.
No, so land guard activities, yes. Robbery, no. Robbery, no. Land guard activity. In every developing community, there are these land guards because people are selling, resale, and all those things. Then sometimes you sell, and an council will come and say, I have sold 3 people, 5 people are selling the same land. So land guard activities, yes, but it's even a thing of the past. Robbery and all the other vices, no. It never. All those things do not happen in Kaswa. But we are going to change.
Too simplistic.
No, not at all. Because you see, I've lived in the Kaswa for the past 25 years. So I know what happens in Kaswa and what do not happen. Recently, they said there was an accident that happened in Kaswa, and the motorbike was found on top of a roof. How? How? You see, all these things are just mere speculations that people do to make fun of. But we are here to rebrand Kaswa.
So you are being the good ambassador of Kaswa.
Exactly. We are rebranding Kaswa together with the chiefs, the opinion leaders, the stakeholders, the business.
How are you doing that?
So we are targeting it by each electoral area. So in Kaswa, we have 13 electoral areas.
Right.
We have 13 assembly members, opinion leaders, and the unit committees. We are going to start with them. So in each electoral area, because in each electoral area, the people who live there are different. So you cannot handle electoral area B the way you handle electoral area C. So we are going to champion this using the unit committees, the assembly members, the chiefs, and the opinion leaders within that area. So we will launch it, so we will find a strategy for that area, and we will rebrand that area first. We will pick an ambassador for that area, then we will move. I am hoping that by December, we will be done with all the 13 electoral areas. Then we will do a bigger rebranding of Kaswa itself, where we would invite you and have you on board, where because we want to showcase Kaswa as a place of endless opportunities, where there will be investors trooping into Kaswa, where Toyota Ghana would come and set up their the showroom in Kaswa, where you can just walk from your house and drive to Kaswa, take a jolly drive with your wife through Kaswa, experience Kaswa, the serenity in Kaswa, the peaceful nature of Kaswa, how the market works, how the people in Kaswa live, the nights, the lifestyle in the nights. So you can just have a feel of how Kaswa is going to be.
They say if you want to chase a woman, you should not go to Kaswa because Kaswa is far and they'll bet you a Kaswa. I'm sure you heard that one too.
The best way to enjoy your relationship is to have a distance relationship. So when you pick her up from Accra and you haven't finished with your vibes, you are still wrapping her. By the time you get to Kaswa, you would have done like 70% of your routes. But if she lives close to you, but I say you say, oh, hello, sweetheart, she's at her junction. How would you finish your sentence? You might lose the game to another guy. So it is the best is always
the longer the distance, the better the relationship.
Exactly. You would enjoy the woman from Kaswa.
I see.
Yes.
Now let's talk about the foreign settlers in Kaswa. There are Nigerians, there are Liberians, and other nationalities that live there. Are they the ones giving you bad name?
No, I believe that there are a lot of foreign settlers in other constituencies as well. It's not just Kaswa. Kaswa has some Nigerians, as you said, some Liberians. I'm not sure because the Liberia camp is not in Kaswa.
Right.
Yes, that's it is. I think Bujumburam is not part of my constituency.
Right.
Yeah, so Nigerians, yes, but I am not sure that they are the ones giving us the bad names because they are there to do their businesses. They are just like the way we travel to China, to US and all that to also find some small money, work and do some and come back. I believe that that is the same way that the Nigerians are also in the constituency to do their. I know other constituencies that the Nigerians are more populated than even Kaswa, but when you go to a business hub in Kaswa, for instance, you find a lot of, especially when you go to the electronics section, the phone dealers, the laptops, the radios, and all these things are all Nigerians, and they are boosting the economy for us. They are giving us revenue because they are paying the taxes. So I think that is what matters. But I believe that there are streamlines to their activities, and the immigration service, and in collaboration with the police service, are also putting things in order so that they can streamline their activities within the constituency. So the Nigerians, they are not giving us the bad names. The bad names are coming from other areas to just infect us. But Kaswa, it's been good.
Abdul Salam Ibrahim Kere on Facebook is watching us live. Says, Johnny, please say hello to Honorable, and we wish her well and Allah protection in all she does. Jamila to Mohammed says she's one of the ladies I admire in politics. Honorable Phyllis, her boldness and unmatched heart of love always. NDC indeed has the women. Adams Sakal says, good morning, Johnny's Bite and your guest. Ali Abdul Fatal says, my MP is making me a proud boy. Inusa Sika says, I love this lady. Ali comes back, says, Honorable Dr. Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno, my love. Hey, yo. Marshall G says, Kaswa is now calm and peaceful. The Nakoyo effect is across. Indeed, good leadership in play. Christian Aveto says, well, when will she prosecute Howard Kumsin after killing a supporter, and you won't do anything? Honorable, you are really disappointing us, or you only want power. I really weep for that poor man who died for nothing. He tags me there. Honorable Heck says, we now have a leader in Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno, and she's the real deal. James Arthur greets us, and also Marshall G says, whenever I listen to this intelligent, vibrant, eloquent, and beautiful woman, it's regrettable to have wasted 12 years with somebody else. And Sherry Berry says, Honorable Dr. Phyllis Nakoyo, Kaswa will see development again. Much love. And Wiseborn Obeng says, I hate the presence of Nigerians. They are causing more harm than good. Oh, are you sure? Really? Are they causing more harm than good? Kweku Raymond says, what the MP is saying about Kaswa is very true. Anytime I come to Ghana from the US, I stay chill and have fun in Kaswa. The city of Kaswa is very, very safe. Christian Aveto says, when she finished the investigation, the fact fingered, okay, I'm sure you're going on and on about how it comes in. Now, you want Kaswa to develop. You want Kaswa to flourish. You have a gun. Your arch rival on the political space, Howard Kumsin, has a gun. You take your gun, she takes your gun. It will create a certain thing around Kaswa that everybody seems to have a gun, and those of us who don't have guns cannot come and play there, because if you do, no fire make a fire.
I'm sure, Johnny, you also have a gun.
No.
Even if you don't have a gun.
I'm protected by the Holy Spirit.
You have a small weapon.
I'm protected by the Holy Spirit.
When you do a fist, is that not a weapon?
No, it's a blow.
It's a weapon. It is your personal weapon. So you have a weapon. Because you might not know who would attack you. You see, because this job you are doing, Johnny, let's be honest. Sometimes you say, I've been watching you for over the years.
Thank you.
Especially when you're on TV.
TV is right.
Hey, I don't miss this, but sometimes I'm late because of you.
Oh, we apologize.
And you know, the kind of job you do, you anticipate that anything can happen to you as a wise person. I'm sorry to say this, but then you think of the good and the bad. And sometimes you are tempted to think more of the bad, of what is going to happen to you, than the good. So you are made to prepare for any eventualities.
Right.
So you have a fist. If you are walking, let's say through Makola, and someone sees you and says that, Johnny, when alas, Udi, my boss be at Tembo TV show. You know, I'm saying, for example, then tries to hit you, your fist would move first.
Oh yes.
So you are protecting.
I'll defend my honor.
So you are protecting yourself. And it's the same way that I am also protecting myself.
But so you have a bodyguard.
Yes. But by then I didn't have a bodyguard.
Okay. So you had to protect yourself.
Yes, I had to, because you know that experience taught me that in 2020, when I was attacked, I had no one to defend me.
Right.
I made complaints to the police and nothing was done about it. So I needed to take steps to protect myself, and that was what I did. But now I have a bodyguard, and the situation in Kaswa has changed drastically when it comes to security. So I am safe and secured, living and working in Kaswa.
Let's take a look at a day in the life of Nakoyu. What does it look like? You wake up at 3 a.m., 4 a.m.? What do you do? Guide us through. Your fans wants to know.
So, on a normal day, I wake up at 7 or 8.
Right.
Take a shower. I don't do breakfast.
Okay.
Yes, I'm not a breakfast person.
You're not like 6 to.
No. I don't do breakfast, so I just make sure I get something dressed. Then I think my major problem is what to wear. So that's what delays me. But if I'm able to organize that the day before, then I'll be. Is
good. That not a problem of all women? People have too much. You don't know what to wear.
Oh no, it depends on our mood and where we are going sometimes. So when I wake up,
tell me about it.
So when I wake up and I'm in a good mood, I was like, let me wear this. It's sometimes like that funny feeling. I think this one will suit this occasion. What kind of medium am I looking at?
Right.
How far is the medium? Okay, let me wear this. If it is going far, let me wear it. If it's not going far, I can just do this t-shirt and I'll be. So I look at all that before I choose my dress, even making up and all those things. Even my posture, my tenses, I do rehearsals every day with my mirror as a trained journalist. Our job, so I do that often. Then after that, so if Parliament is sitting, I go to Parliament. I go do government business.
Right.
If it is, I often don't do lunch. Like people have time for 12 o'clock. Me could do lunch.
Right.
No, me as and when. I can grab on anything, biscuits, and I like fizzy foods. Right. So I just sometimes I can stay in 2-3 days. I have forgotten say, hey, he will tell me say, madam, 3 days soon did you? I was like, sir. Because when I'm busy with my work, I want to focus on the work and get it executed before. After that, I think when I'm done for the day, I go home, and that is when I do all my Facebook, WhatsApp, Twitter, Instagram.
Right.
I do. By the time I'm done, it's almost 3 a.m.
Whoa.
Yes, because you need to respond to messages, return calls. 3 a.m. You sleep, you drink water, sleep for some few hours, wake up, and the day begins again.
How do you manage this public life, public service in Parliament with your private life? Your family is dragging you, your citizens in Kaswa are dragging you, your party is dragging you, and then in Parliament, Speaker is dragging you too. How do you manage it?
Okay, so my family understands the kind of job I'm doing, and they really appreciate me for that. So, for family is not dragging me.
Right.
They've come to appreciate that I am no longer their daughter. I am the daughter of the soil.
Right.
So I am now everybody's daughter, everybody's mom. So, where I live to my mom's, it's just about 5 minutes drive. But trust me, we only talk on phone.
I see.
Because I don't even have time to even drive there, and my little girl lives with my mom, so I don't have a problem with family interference and all that. The constituents, yes, because they have expectations, so they will drag you as and when, and I think that my constituents have been one of the most understanding people, because they have come to accept that I don't need to be there to push what they want.
Right.
I can be away and still do what they want for them. So as I move to Parliament, it is for me to lobby for development for them.
Right.
If it is job, it is for me to move to other offices and go and get. But if I stay there, having them come over, let's have a chit chat, we will not get anything running in Kaswa, and they have come to appreciate that. I tell you that everything boils down to communicate. When you communicate with the people and they understand you, they go or they flow in that same. Parliament has been quite another stressful one, because from the distance, I prefer to live in my constituency,
right?
So that early in the morning I can get some interactions with the people who would want to see me early in the morning before moving to Parliament. So I do that, and sometimes the distance from Kaswa to Parliament House is what's is a bit hectic, but depending on the time I leave home, when I leave home around 8, within 45 minutes I am in Accra. Yes, and the work in Parliament is tedious. I might say that's why I always say that if you are ready to learn, and being a first timer, yes, there's a lot that you need to learn. You need to learn the processes, the do's and don'ts, the standing orders. It's like it's like our Bible.
Right.
So you need to learn so that you know when and at what time you can speak, you can make objections and all that. So it's been a learning process, and I think that it's been good. I've had people who had to hold my hands through this 3-month journey, and it's been fantastic. I appreciate all of them.
Have you been speaking in Parliament?
Yes, I've done 2. Yes,
2 statements.
Yes.
Some MPs have lost their seat because the people say, I'll go Parliament one country. What did you speak about?
So I did one on social justice, where I spoke about how people are being discriminated because of maybe political powers, because of ethnics, because of their class, they have and they have not.
Right.
So I spoke about that, where I brought my own example, my illegal arrest and then the beating of other people, then also election violence. I brought it on board. Then the other one was on the International Women's Day. So I spoke briefly on that as well.
Yesterday, Free Sanitary Pads initiative was launched in Ablekuma Central. The question has come about its sustainability and, in fact, even its relevance. What do you have to say about it?
You see, in some communities, when you go to the schools, you find just about 2% of women or ladies being in classrooms. You find a lot of guys or a lot of young men being there just because it is that time of the month for a girl. Because there is no money for sanitary pad, the lady is forced to sit in the house. So if you are bleeding for 3 days, for 5 days, for 7 days, you are missing class for that number of days. Because at the end of the day, when they come to school, they use handkerchiefs, rags, and they soil themselves. And the guys would be laughing at them. And you know it is unhygienic. So I believe that this free sanitary pad has come to give our ladies some kind of freedom, so that at that time of the month they would be comfortable and be able to go out freely to attend to their activities, especially going to school, going to see their friends, playing after school and all that. You know how these things are. So I'm not sure about people saying if it is sustainable. There are lots of initiatives that have come that we've been able to sustain. So why can't we sustain sanitary towels for our young girls? So it is sustainable. Taxes on sanitary towels will go off, and I don't think it was going to be expensive. We are going to give our children as many as sanitary towels as they want any time of the month. And I'm sure Kaswa would get there soon.
Is Kaswa on full-scale 24-hour economy? Or we should wait?
Kaswa is on full scale. Hey, Kaswa never chop last. Kaswa, we don't chop last. So.
Really?
Yes. Kaswa never chop last.
How are you doing that?
So we have some businesses there running that are already running on the 24-hour economy. We are yet to... The police is already running on 24 hours, but the number is quite inadequate. So we are looking at bringing more policemen. We have the... Central East, right? Central East region in Kaswa. So we are looking at getting a bigger or a befitting office structure for them, where Kaswa would be used as the main operational center for the police within part of the central region and Greater Accra for deployment of police. Then we're looking at hospitals. Some of the hospitals, or especially the private hospitals, do not run 24. Now they have started running 24-hour services, and it's kicking. Some of the companies have also, some of the manufacturing companies, and we also bringing companies to Kaswa. So as and when the companies come in, they would all be under the 24-hour economic policy.
Now that you want to be in Parliament for 5 terms, hopefully retire Hawa Kumsing forever, what does your future in the NDC look like? You have no appointments now, but you represent the good people of Utusenya East. What does your future in the NDC look like?
So I want to be in politics. I don't know the number of years I want to be in politics. It could be 30, it could be 40, it could be 60 years. I'm still young, and I still have a long way to go. I don't intend to retire Hawa Kumsing. She's already retired.
Oh, who retired? She had a job.
No, but she's already. She's
and
already.
Then you came and you fought her at the election.
So she's already. You said to retire her.
Yes.
In the future.
But she will come back in 2028.
You said it's in the future. So I am speaking in the present.
In the present tense.
She's already retired.
No, she's resting small.
She's retired.
Really?
She's retired.
You know that for a fact?
She's retired.
I see.
Kaswa has changed and it can no longer contain her. She's retired.
I don't understand you. Kaswa can no longer contain her.
No, she's retired. It can no longer, because the rebranding we are doing in Kaswa and the things that we are bringing on board and the changes we are doing in Kaswa, you need to fit into the system. And I'm not sure she can fit into the system.
She will not be happy with you that you're saying these things.
I'm not sure she can fit into the system.
But she will not be happy with you that you're saying these things.
I'm not sure she can fit into the system. Kaswa is changing.
What you're bringing on board
better.
does not encapsulate her.
She can't fit into the system. Kaswa is changing for the better, the good of it.
The NDC and you, what does your future look like? You say you want to stay in politics for quite some time. You don't know when you're going to retire, but you're going to be in there. You have no appointments now. Are you looking at something else in future? What do you see?
I see the NDC in the future. I see the NDC being in power for a very long time, shaping Ghana, making drastic changes in Ghana so that we can all benefit. That is why I see the NDC. For myself, I see myself still in the NDC for as long as I want to be. For as long as I'm a politician, I see myself in the NDC.
Are the people of Kaswa excited about the pace at which President Mahama is running his government, his third coming?
I think President Mahama is even overspeeding.
I don't get you.
For these 3 months, the things that he's been able to achieve in the last 8 years, someone could not even achieve that.
Oh, how?
That's why I said he's overspeeding. He's running at a fast pace. Trust me.
Really?
Really. He's done so well, and I'm so proud. Look at some of the initiatives that they've brought in. I think the ministers that he's also put in place are very instrumental to his progress because he cannot do the work alone. They are helping and they are putting everything in place that his policies and the agendas he put in place and his manifesto are all being put in line. So I think he's for the 3 months he's done more than expected.
What does Nakoyo do to relax?
Well, I go on TikTok.
You are a TikToker.
I go on TikTok and I watch all these funny videos. Then one person that amuses me more is Agrada.
Agrada.
I go and watch her page and I laugh.
You laugh?
Yes.
Do you have a TikTok account yourself? You do?
I do.
What's your handle?
Now call you for ASEC.
Now call you for ASEC.
Yes, ASEC is Utusenya East constituency.
See, you'll get a lot of followers. Now call you for ASEC.
So the 4 is figure 4.
Figure 4.
Yes.
Now call you. So NAAKORYOO 4. ASEC. ASEC.
Yes.
Right. What a name. So as I take talk, what else do you do to relax?
Oh, I do swimming. I play tennis. Yes, and I listen to good music. I enjoy.
Shatta Wale Stone Boy.
Oh, music is
Samini.
music. Anything that can let me nod. It's music. Yeah, anything with the rhythm. It's music. So I listen to good music, and I love good conversation.
Okay.
When your conversation is good, trust me, you can get me glued for hours, and I'm a very good listener.
Right.
I don't talk much. I do because I always want to learn something. So normally when I'm interacting with people, I want to be quiet, listen, and be sinking in relevance. So I listen. I enjoy. You can hold me with a very good conversation.
I see. What do you cook best?
What do I cook best?
Yes.
Hey, I play for 3 days. Yes. Yes.
I play for 3 days. You know what that is, right? But you're not an Ewe, are you?
I am half Ewe.
You're half Ewe.
Yes, from Achiavi.
Achiavi.
Yes.
Ah, okay. See, so you like to cook. You like to cook that. See. Anyway, now let's talk about the people complaining about hardship in the country. They say, yeah, this year has come. People say when you come, we'll take milk and honey. We'll taste milk and honey. Now you are here and we are still going through it. What do you have to say to them?
I believe it's just a matter of time. Milk and honey is actually flowing.
Hey, where?
Oh, it is.
Through which pipe?
Open yours. Today you haven't tried your tap, have you?
I took my bath before I came to work.
No, the one in the bath is different. The one in the bath is, you should have used the sink. That one would have.
There's milk and honey there.
Yes, there is milk and honey. There is.
Okay.
So, you know that I said earlier that the expectations are quite high, and the number of people that are looking up to us is also quite a huge number.
Right.
I know that people are being pushed into jobs, people are being sorted, so to say. But if we have 50,000 people, we cannot sort 50,000 people within 3 months.
Right.
It's one step at a time. So we are working hard. I believe that leadership is working so hard to get everybody something to do. Yes, to get everybody something to do. You know, one other thing that is sometimes worrying is people which I get people coming to me and with they want a place like Bank of Ghana, they want GNPC. Then you request, can you send me your CV? And they send a CV and
they don't qualify.
It is in her voice, not. in her voice, not. So I remember I got one CV and I looked at sometimes a CV could be three or 4 lines.
Really?
Yes.
What kind of CV is that?
Yes, that is the level.
Is that WhatsApp status?
No, printed.
Is a CV?
It's a CV.
4 lines?
Yes.
For which job?
There was one CV I got in, was it a
Sunrise on 3 FM.
Educational qualification. Driving school, certificates, driver's license.
Agbina.
That was the person's. Then the other one I also got was work experience. Okay, so there was no work experience, but the person is currently doing internship where Nika.
What's that? Corn mill. Oh, okay.
He's doing internship.
I thought Nika and he wants to work where?
Bank of Ghana. So you get some of these things and you are like, are we being serious? And you know, sometimes they bring it. I have a lot of CVs at home. People just bring the CVs and then so as and when I hear of any job placements and then I push 1 or 2 CVs in there. So far we've been able to get people into national security, into DVLA.
But that's not your job. Taking people into national security and police and the rest, then you will take photos with them. Is that your job, really?
It is not, but you know the populace see it as now I would say now we also have our MP, and to them the MP should be able to fix everything. To them, so. But
your job is cut out. You are a lawmaker.
Yes.
Not a lawbreaker.
But we are there to help. We are there to help. So we facilitate that assistance to them. Sometimes we've sent a letter here. Can you put in a word for us? We also do that. So
okay.
Yeah.
Let's engage our listeners. They've been watching 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-015. My guest in studio is Phyllis Nakoyo Kuno, Member of Parliament for the good people of Owutu Senya East. And she's my guest. What do you have to say? Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Hello.
Yes, you're live on air. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir. Quickly.
But I want to say.
Adomarakwa, Yentiwe.
MP. My mom is from the Tanya Mount.
Okay.
Also, Michiano. I want home money. I mean, can
Okay. Medase, thank you. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, my brother.
Odewale.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk to me.
Honorable. Remember the day you visited EP Church at Aquile, Israel congregation?
Exactly.
I was the one who did the translation for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
And congratulations.
Thank you, I'm grateful.
Honorable, one thing I will urge you is, I believe some of us have been in Kaswa over years now. The more you hold town hall meetings, you'll be able to know each area, letter area, problems and how to solve it. I know you have a Herculean task, but the more you hold those rare town hall meetings, don't let those party boys and girls who might be so close to you be deceiving you. Come down to the people, and I believe we all have to have a better Owutu Senya East. But please, the field is just too much. I've been complaining in the past. So, in fact, something should be done. It's not giving us a good look at all.
Okay. Odewale, thank you. Thank you very much. And you can also call 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Caleb Neboy, my colleague here, says, I beg, extend my greetings to my MP. Kaswa has changed over the period. As for the land guard, she can't deny it. As the armed robbery, the armed robbery used to be a crazy in 2008 when I moved there. Now it looks better. But she should help get jobs for the youth. The drug abuse is crazy. Also, she should help government construct another route to Kaswa. The traffic anytime it rains is beyond imagination. This is a Kaswa light speaking to the MP. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I'm greater than Accra. How are you too, sir?
I'm okay. So I just want to greet my MP.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's
but there's one thing I want to advise. I mean, he was talking about jobs that people have been asking her and all that. And she's trying to demonstrate the ability and the capacity of people to be able to assume those jobs that they put before her. I am pleading. You should not discuss those on her.
Okay.
You should just say that he has people, he's trying to help them. That's it.
Yeah.
But when you describe somebody as Nika and all that, I mean, me myself.
But sometimes you people too, you know that you don't have the qualification for Bank of Ghana. Then you come in.
This is just an advice behind the scenes. He can advise them. She can advise them. Do you understand? And then there's one thing I want to also tell her. MPs, when they are coming, you can reach them. But when they get the nod, you can't reach them. I remember she came to our church. We prayed with her and all that. Now, when the victor came, we have not seen her again.
So the problem is that I think the Honourable Member of Parliament was saying that, you need to be qualified, have the requisite qualification for what you are seeking for.
Exactly, I agree with her.
So you cannot bring a Nika qualification to come and say you want to work at Bank of Ghana. I mean, let's be honest with ourselves and be straight to the point.
Exactly.
You have no business working at the Bank of Ghana with Nika experience.
The Nika thing should have actually covered it a little.
No.
For my people.
Others are also listening and planning to bring Nika certificates, so we have to tell them straight.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. All the best.
Well.
Good morning. 055-924-2717 and 055-691-0154. Call me and let's have a conversation. Good morning.
My brother.
Adam.
Brother, good morning.
What's it then?
Brother, I'm here.
MP Waha. Eseden.
Brother, it's MP there. I'm sure. Now, yes, I'm when it's opportunities now. What I'm a youth fund. Yeah, bombay there. So that my brother, you see, I'm not like Nika. Sometimes there, them Nika side from one side will push my agenda no question. And see, not necessarily there. Ebia no in position or the honolulu nyempa no waden question, but they should find a way to support those people as well. And I mean, I pay the material me MP day said them in terms of clinics all around. You know, Amasamai is the only major health center all around.
Okay.
And sometimes in the case you call crowd boho, imagine medical score, particular baby away wound dressing and kind of now senior staff now by then now according to I for some days no near door leave. But the guy there, about friend Sammy Johnny, that Sammy, you need to see him person and then know how he works.
Yo, Mate.
Guy there, I mean, Shirano.
Medasi Papa. Thank you.
From
Thank you. Good morning.
Hi, Mr. John.
Yes, sir. Chairman, how are you?
Yeah, good morning. I'm Godwin.
Great. Talk to me.
Well, this is my first time calling to your show.
We're grateful.
Yeah, okay. MP.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, I'm here.
Yeah, hi, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, I'm good. How are you too?
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Well, you brought a change to the community, and I'm super, super proud of you.
Thank you
so
so
we
much.
feel the best, and yeah, we got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, have a good one.
You
So,
too.
Johnny, have a good day.
You too, my brother. I'm grateful.
Yeah, sure.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes.
Ofana I want to center.
Okay.
Ofana is Banua, now call in Aqua, you need a positive life. May your Yashiani, a madam, a gun, a pick up in Yashia. Into my man, Malaya there. Can be a sheet there? I get anytime you talk as well, so my
Yo.
from to be like a thing be a sheet.
Okay. All right. So please note it down so we can respond to that. Good morning.
Good morning, Johnny.
Yes, boss. How are you, Chairman?
I'm great, and welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
MP, good morning. MP, good morning.
Good morning.
I am the best. One of the best news of the past election was hearing that you won. I'm not of your constituency, but I was so happy that those people were taken out. You know who I'm referring to.
Sure.
And so glad. I remember the night when we spoke about the media outlet spoke about the threat on your life. I went on my knees and I prayed for you.
Thank you.
And so I'm glad to know you're safe, you won, and everything will go well. It's like a different air of peace blowing over Kaswa. I'm not of your constituency, but I'm glad that the evil those people do, which I know, I know firsthand the things they have done, plus her son, that evil Atto boy. God bless you.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank
too.
you very much. Good morning.
Johnny.
Papa, they miss you. Papa, I miss you too much. Talk to me.
Oh, my greetings to the MP.
Yes.
The fighter. She's really a fighter. Papa. He fought so hard. Hey, how could you? Charlie, you are priceless, so I tell you. Nah? So how are you?
I'm good.
Good. Right now there's peace in Kaswa. And I bet you the peace will continue because this time around, no way for MPP at all in this country. I'm telling you for a fact. Johnny.
Yes, sir.
You see what is happening?
No, I don't see anything. What do you tell me?
What do you call it? The thermal issue, the teaching aspect, the teaching hospital issue. They think they can turn citizens against the NDC government. They lie back. Look, doctors should just go back to work. They should just go back because when you see the narration, you realize that it is not about that altercation between the minister and the doctor. No, it's about the mismanagement of things in that hospital. That's why they changed the CEO. So they should understand that.
Okay.
So that apology that they are looking for is out of place.
Okay.
I get to my point.
I thank you very much for your point.
You're welcome, my brother.
Thank you so much. We can pick in more calls, but okay, maybe let me sneak this one in. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, boss. Chairman, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Johnny, how are you?
I'm alive and well. Talk to me.
Oh, good. My greetings to Honorable Nakoyo.
Right.
She don't know me in person, but she know my group, Songwai Caucus.
What caucus?
Songwai Caucus.
Songwai Caucus. Okay, all right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know that group. So
I'm sure she knows you.
And we pray for her.
Okay.
She's a new person, so we are praying for her to succeed.
Okay.
And my advice is those party boys who surround her, she should be very careful about them. We are all NDC people. So she should concentrate on the masses, not the few around her.
Okay, I hear you. Thank you very much. All right, we can't pick any more calls. There was a concern, though. What's your response to that?
I think the matter is under investigation, so we are still waiting for them to give us a conclusion on that.
It does appear to me that your constituents and even people outside your constituency like you.
Sure.
I see. How does that make you feel?
Honored.
Anyway, Nakoyo, we thank you very much indeed for spending your morning with us.
Thank you for having me.
And we're grateful that you attended upon us. Thank you so much indeed.
It's a privilege.
We'll get to talk again, maybe after a year, when we see what plans you had and what is happening in Kaswa, then we'll get to talk.
It would be before a year.
I hear you. Let's now wish a few people who have their birthdays today a happy birthday, and then we check out of the studio, make way for Helen Apiampofo, who will be in for the 3 lounge here on Sunrise, on 3FM 92%, not on Sunrise. Why am I so obsessed with Sunrise? It's because I host it. I think so, yes. Happy birthday to you if it's your birthday today. And a happy birthday to Evans Nyako, aka Ivanko, PR of Enim Foundation. Is from your family and friends. They wish you a happy birthday. And if it's your birthday as well, happy birthday to you. Long life and prosperity and joy aplenty to you. My name is Johnny Hughes. I've been here with Helen Apiampo for Michael Ogbodu, 62 Don Ulo, Frederick Ronzotiani, TJ Abiam, Faustina Abe, also Janet Kwaisin Francis, and the rest of our technical team. We're grateful that you joined us. We'll be here on Monday to start a full week of work. But know that if you can think it and your heart will believe it, you can achieve it. It is possible. Have a good morning.